Well, all I have to say is we're going to turn it on like a light switch because we are proud of who we are. We are LGBTQ and we are allies, and I want to hear you.
Arizona cannot continue to lag behind with regard to using all the tools we can to attract the best and brightest people to come work in our state. Arizona, it's time to pass a non-discrimination law for all of Arizona and make sure Arizona is not just open for all, but provides opportunity for all.
Legislation that are discriminatory will impact our ability to attract tourism, big sporting events, and other big events.
WHO has been assessing this outbreak around the clock. We have therefore made the assessment that COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
The Arizona legislative session is over. The Senate, which had tried to end it earlier this month, did so today without voting on more than 24 bills sent over from the House.
From Brazil to Iran, thousands have gathered to show solidarity with U.S. protests over the killing of George Floyd. He died after a Minneapolis cop kneeled on his neck for nearly 9 minutes.
The Unity March bringing together two groups that share the common ground of oppression. The LGBTQ and Black communities joining for the Arizona Unity March on the Arizona State Capitol.
Victors, thank you so much. And I just want to thank all of the LGBTQ inclusive organizations that collaborated on this very important Queer the Census Town Hall. It's an absolute pleasure to work along with all of you to ensure that LGBTQ Arizonans and LGBTQ Americans are counted in the 2020 census.
We can get people to actually stop the injustice or stop the wrongdoing and step up. I think that would help tremendously, and that's an ally to me.
I mean, minorities need the majorities. Like, minorities can't can't move on their own. Like, they need the majority to acknowledge them and to listen to them and understand and comprehend what they're saying.
At this point in 2020, in addition to everything they just said, at this point in 2020, I think it's understanding the difference between a difference of opinion and literally someone's humanity.
In a watershed victory for LGBTQ rights, the Supreme Court Monday ruled that federal law protecting workers from discrimination on the basis of sex also applies to gay and transgender people.
Angela, what you have done, you've changed. It's not just on the legal side and the ordinances and the legislation that you've been able to move forward in Arizona. You've changed the culture for the state for the better permanently, and that's an extraordinary accomplishment.
We'll probably have one or two shots at this, and if we don't get it right, then we're going to leave people behind for maybe a generation or longer.
And I can't stress enough the importance of voting.
Our government is supposed to treat us all equally.
One community and Angela, you have paved the way. You have built such a solid, nonpartisan, inclusive foundation. Your grace, your kindness, your approach to the whole thing has really set the stage, I think, for Arizona to take these next steps.
The culture and the public opinion on this has changed dramatically. So there's more work to be done.